social media focused for you. Some key takeaways from my session, as well as what I like to say is kind of a consistent theme around these parts. First of all, Facebook is a tactic, not a strategy. In and of itself, it is a piece of the bigger puzzle, just like a radio ad, just like a commercial, just like a print piece media. If you approach Facebook as if it is a strategy and not just a tactic, part of a bigger thing, you will fail, and you will not find value, and you cannot deliver ROI or any of the other fun buzzwords that we hear in the social media world. Sorry, I still have a cold, so I apologize if my voice cracks. Engagement, also a tactic, not a strategy. Engagement needs to be tied to a specific goal in order for you to measure its effectiveness. A lot of people started engaging on Facebook, engaging in social media because, well, we have to engage, and Timeline launched, and the panic ensued, and marketers didn't know what to do. Oh my gosh, we've got Timeline, and now we have to engage. Well, what good is engagement if you don't know why you're engaging? And furthermore, what good is engagement if you don't know how to define engagement? Facebook has its own definition of engagement, which, by the way, is very all over the board, depending on what tab of insights you happen to look at. Sprout Social, its own definition. Radiant6, its own definition. All these tools have all of their own little formulas and their own little ways of calculating engagement. My suggestion, define why you're choosing to engage. Is it customer acquisition? Is it lead generation? Is it brand awareness? If it's brand awareness, well, what metrics matter to you? Maybe it's viral reach. Maybe it's new qualified fan growth. Decide what that is, and then determine what you are measuring to help define those results. But approach it as a tactic, not as a strategy. Remember that your competition in Facebook is not who you think it is. If you're Coke, your competition isn't Pepsi. It's my roommates and my grandmother and my friends, and it's the blogs I like to read and the content I love to interact with. I've opted in to let you, a brand, into my personal space, and I can opt you out with just one click, or with the new design, a few more extra clicks. But for the most part, you're here by invitation, and this is your competition. It's not the other brands. In a way it is, but you want to create content that provides value that I deem worthy enough to keep you showing up into my newsfeed with my friends and my college roommates and everyone else. That's who you're competing with for my attention. Social media is not 100% of one person or one department's job, it's 1% of everyone's job. If you're struggling for content, then you're siloed in your business. Go talk to your customer service reps. Go outside of your marketing department. I promise you great ideas exist outside of marketing. Talk to your communications team. See who you can find. But when you start tapping into these other resources, you're going to find tremendous value. You'll find content that you can repurpose. You'll find ideas everywhere. And before you know it, you'll have so much content coming out of every little corner and so many people asking if they can give you an idea that you're going to have to plan your content calendar 2 or 3 months out. It's a great experience. Trust me, it works. And finally, this is one of my favorites, and I know you heard it in other sessions. If you're old enough to remember updates like Florida, or you've been working along in this industry to remember updates like Buffy or Farmer and some of those other great things we've seen, or Panda. At the end of the day, which is a buzzword, if you were in my session, you know how much I hate those, there's only one real thing you need to know. Just don't beat it, impress it. Okay? The algorithm isn't out there for you to spend all your time and energy, whether it's a social algorithm or a search algorithm or it's any other tweet. You're wasting time if you're trying to circumvent the algorithm, if you're trying to find the shortcuts. Impress the algorithm. Give it good content. Create link-worthy content. Create interaction-worthy content. Tell me why I need to love your brand as much as I love my roommates and my college friends and everyone else. So don't beat it, impress it. And as a bonus takeaway, leverage, not a verb.